Hi guys, it's me, Trudy Lee. How's everybody doing? Oh, it's hot here. Let me tell you, it is burning up, but we're just trying to get through it. We had a quick little shower this morning. I went out with my coffee before 8 o'clock this morning. Kitty cat wakes me up by 7:30, and she wants to go outside. So she's like, she'll lick me and run away. She wants me to go chase her, so she's trying to get me out of bed. She does it until I finally am aggravated, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get up. So we get out every day, every morning before 8 o'clock. We get out, and I'll stay out there for about an hour till 9, and by then it's hot. It's hot. We have several umbrellas on the deck, and open the umbrella, but the way the sun's coming up, umbrella doesn't help much. So you're feeling the sun no matter what. So the shower today was welcome, very welcome. And I know I'm not the only one experiencing all this heat. There's so much heat, uh, the sequoia forest, all those beautiful trees. They're trying to protect them from the forest burning down. It's so sad that we would lose any of those historic trees, beautiful. I've never gone to see them, so don't burn down. I want to go see them one day. So, I know that everybody's facing a lot of climate problems. So God bless everyone. Okay. Hey, Steve Bannon. Did y'all hear about him? I did a little reading on him. I pulled some cards before I turned on my camera. So he's got some major problems going on right now. That's what I'm seeing. But you know what? I don't know. I get the feeling with the cards I pulled, and what I'm getting is that even though he thumbed his nose at that subpoena, and now there's a trial coming up, and of course he's saying, well, now Trump will let me testify, and I'm willing to testify now. And the judge said, no, we're going to have a trial. But even so, he's got a lot of people that like him. God only knows why. He's got a lot of supporters that are sending him a lot of good energy. They really are. And it does help him. Um, you know, this was a very poor decision on his part not to go testify in the beginning, or a grave mistake, whichever. But I think there's going to be an opportunity for him to go testify. So he'll have the trial, and he has no defense. There's no defense. The only thing they can say is he's willing to cooperate now. That's the only thing, is that he'll go testify. And of course, I wouldn't believe anything that comes out of his mouth no matter what. He perjured himself before, so I don't know. But I feel like the judge is going to give him that opportunity to go testify. How can you lock up somebody that says, I'm going to testify now? But I think, because he is playing games, the judge will rule and make it where you either go testify or you go to jail. And there won't, we won't have to come back and do this trial again. He'll just be like, okay, the only way to stay out of jail is to go testify. So, and he'll make a date and he'll say, you're not there, they pick you up, you go to jail. So I feel like something like that is going to happen, because I don't see him going directly to jail right now. This guy is a slippery, slick guy. I don't know how he always avoids trouble, without going to jail. But anyway, so that's what I got on Bannon. So I think the trial will go through, but he'll have an opportunity to go testify instead of going to jail. That's what they wanted him to do anyway. But they want to make sure he's not going to play games and then say, oh, I can't make it for some reason, The judge is going to make it where you go directly to jail. So I think he's going to go testify. All right, guys, back to the weather. Yesterday was one of the hottest days on record here in San Antonio, where I live. I live just north, just right outside of San Antonio. It was a few degrees less, but it was 107 degrees. That is crazy. I think the hottest temperature on record in South Texas is like 120 degrees, and we're starting to get up there. In 1980, we had 42 days of 100 or above, and this year we've already had 25 plus days of 100 or above already. So we're going to break the record for sure. You know, a lot of times, even in October, it's hot here. We can even have hot Halloweens. Now, many years ago, when my kids were little, it would get cool on Halloween, but that doesn't happen much anymore. Okay. So, the guidance that I want to give you guys today is, even though, we know the hearing's going on, and the hearing will probably be going on right when I launch this. It hasn't started yet, but it's going to start later on this afternoon. And of course, we want to watch the hearing, and I think everybody should watch the hearing. But everybody needs to limit their time with news. News is always bad. It's always negative. And if you're watching a lot of news, you're getting this negative feedback constantly, and it's not healthy for you. It's not healthy for our world, really, because we're all having these negative images and thoughts and worries. The less you can watch the news, the better off it is for you and actually for the whole world. Now, we need our news, of course, but you don't have to watch a whole lot of it, You can watch it once every couple of days, and you can be up to date on everything, And if something happens, you can always turn on the TV and listen to it if you need to, like the hearing, like the January 6th hearing. So what Spirit was telling me is that we need to have some distractions. We need to plan some fun in our life and happiness. We need to have more enjoyment and more positive energy. So when you're doing things that are fun and you enjoy, you're putting it out there in the universe. When you're happy, everybody's happy. And that's true. They always say when mama's not happy, nobody's happy. Well, it's kind of like that about everything. So there's a lot of ways that you can do things to distract yourself and keep cool at the same time, because I know we're all hot, like going to the movies. That's a good way to keep cool. And, they're asking us here to lift up our thermostat between the hours of 2 and 8. I mean, that's the hottest time of the day. So, if you're home, if there's, and you need to get out, there's a lot of things you can do to get out of your house, lift up your thermostat just a little bit, and get out of the house and do something. You can go see an early movie. The 5 o'clock movies are a little bit cheaper. That Thor movie's out. What is it called? Love and Thunder. I saw the first Thor movie, and I liked it. I enjoyed it. It was good, and I'll look forward to go seeing that. And movie theaters are so nice and cool. So it's a really good way to, bring happy, positive energy to yourself and to be in a place that's cool and comfortable. So, hey, also, let me tell you, I'm going to give y'all lots of guidance here, lots of information, okay? And this is meant as a distraction. It's a distraction from what's going on in the world. Honestly, it is. A movie pass. I don't know what theater is near you, but almost all theater chains offer a movie pass. We have, what is it? Regal. We have the Regal Unlimited Movie Pass. It's $18 a month, and you can watch unlimited movies. You can go every weekend and go watch a movie, and it pays for itself because y'all know movies are super expensive now. They're between $13, I think, to like $16.50. So if you go a couple of times, it pays for itself. It's a really good investment, and especially if you have, a family that you're taking to the movies, it can get really, really expensive. My daughter, she's got her 2 girls at home from college, and they decided they're going to get the movie passes because they really enjoy movies, and there's 4 of them going every time, so it can get real expensive. And you get like 10% off your popcorn and drinks and candy and stuff, so it's good. So that's a good way to, distract yourself and do something fun and keep cool. Also, libraries. Utilize your public library. It's so relaxing to go into the library. They have magazines that you can read if you just want some short reads or something. They have comfortable chairs, you can sit down, you can be cool and enjoy it. And a lot of them offer refreshments too. A lot of them will serve coffee, or you can go to a Barnes and Noble and do the same thing. You can go, thumb through the book and sit down and have a cup of Starbucks coffee, because a lot of them have Starbucks in them. I know a lot of them have closed, but there's still places where you can go and sit down and read. So that's a good way to stay cool also. I know a lot of us are ordering our books off from Amazon now. I know I do. But it's fun to browse the bookshelves, I got kitty hair on my lips. My little kitty stays around here. She's not here right now, but she's doing really good. She saw the rain for the first time. When we went outside and we had a little shower, she was like, "What's this?" It was so funny. She hid under the table, under the bench, and she was just looking. It was just a brief little shower, but she was like, "What is this?" She did not understand. It was so cute. I videoed her a little bit. Anyway, go to a place where they sell books and sit down and enjoy, thumb through the book and see if it's something. I used to always, before I would, when I used to get out a lot, I don't get out as much as I used to, but I would go to the bookstore and a book would just call to me, and it would be, you wouldn't know what you were looking for, but it would just call to you, and it was something you needed to read. And I always read books that are nonfiction. I like, the last few books that I've ordered, I have here. I just love doing, opening my mind and reading different things. And this is Joe Dispenza, Becoming Supernatural. I have a bunch of angel books here, EFT tapping, books on sigils. So, you never know. Go to the bookstore and see what's there and what calls to you. It's very interesting. But you'll always get something that you need. Another good way, I'm going to just name them. These are just coming to my mind. Another good way to stay cool and enjoy your life for this summer is a bowling pass. Now, we've had bowling passes in the past, but since my husband had shoulder surgery, we don't have one this summer because he can bowl, but he wouldn't want to bowl all the time with his shoulder, problem. It's still not healed, you guys, so. But I have hopes. I do have my hopes. I'm working on them. But a bowling pass is really nice because it pays for itself really, really quickly. Now, my grandsons have the bowling pass, and when they go visit their dad, he takes them bowling every weekend. And it's so nice and cool in the bowling alley. We went bowling just a couple of weeks ago, and it's really nice. It's really nice. And then they serve beer and drinks and nachos, pizza, all kinds of stuff. So it's nice. The amusement parks right now, it's so hot. I would not go there for nothing. And then they have the water parks. The water parks are packed. I mean, they are packed. And to me, they look like a little petri dish. I would not want to go to a water park. Not right now, no. It just doesn't sound appealing to me at all. Even though it's really hot and water would be refreshing and cool, I'd rather just go into a neighborhood pool. My daughter has a real beautiful neighborhood pool, and nobody hardly ever goes there, so it's really nice. So Trump had a rally in Alaska here recently, like 2 days ago, I think, and I read that he didn't have a. I mean, you never know. You never know what's the truth is anymore, but it said he had a very small crowd. Oh, feel so bad for him. I would like to go to a Trump rally, the one where he gets arrested. That would be the only way I would go to it if I knew he was going to be arrested. I can't wait to see him arrested, you guys. I know y'all can't wait either. So that would be the best news to hear. That would be worth turning on your TV and listening to the news for Trump is being arrested. That'd be wonderful. He said, I was reading about his Trump rally, and he said about Elon Musk. Elon Musk, he backed out of his Twitter deal, which we knew he would. He pulled out of it. And Trump called him a bullshit artist. But the good news is Trump will not be back on Twitter, It's really, really good. So it's so funny that Trump is calling him a bullshit artist. That's like the pot calling the kettle black. He's such a hypocrite. He really is. All right. Oh my gosh. So, you guys, it is so hot. I'm already getting very, very warm. I need to put on my fan, but when I put my fan on, people comment and they say, I can't stop looking at your fan. So I turn it off and it's really warm here. I saw on Twitter, trending on Twitter, that it was Trump is a laughing stock. And that was trending, and people write all kinds of things. To me, that's entertaining. I like to see things like that. It entertains me. So do things that make you happy, make you laugh, and entertain you. Somebody wrote Trump lunch special: white bread full of bologna with Russian dressing and a small pickle. That made me laugh. It really did. But there's a lot of things that we can get happy about. And if just look, there's a lot of things that are out on social media that you can watch without, seeing a lot of negativity. There's things like, I was looking at things that are helping humanity, helping people. And they have a few new drugs, vaccines. There's a new diabetes medication. Y'all probably heard about it. It's Monjaro, I think it's called. It's a weekly injectable for diabetes, but they say they're using it off label for weight loss. That people, they inject 5 milligrams. I think they said their weight loss was 35 pounds. 10 milligrams, their weight loss was like 49 pounds, and 15 milligrams, their weight loss was 52 pounds. So that's really good news. That's something that, some people would really love to be able to utilize that. And I think you can. I think it's already out there and you can use it. So it's pretty cool. And, of course, they say they always list some side effects, that some people could get, not all people, but you can get nausea or diarrhea or constipation. They always tell you that. So that you do have to look out for that. But I imagine if it's in your body and in your system and you only take it once a week, if you're going to be nauseous, you're probably going to last. I don't know. Maybe try it and then you don't want to do it again if it makes you feel bad, But also, there's a malaria vaccine that's I think it's in the last stages of going through its trial, that it's fixing to roll out. So that's really good and promising, because there's places, in countries like Africa and stuff, that they really need that malaria vaccine. It'll be great for the children and all. And Pfizer has that new COVID pill out too. So, there's lots of good things that we can think about and be happy about, and know that, there was another thing I was going to tell you guys about reducing emissions. There is a plant. I don't know what it's called. It's a new way that we can mitigate climate change and reduce carbon dioxide from the air. And Iceland opened up this factory. It's the world's biggest carbon removal factory. And that's what they're doing. They're reducing emissions in that way. And, I look forward to seeing more of those factories being opened all around the world. So there's a lot of good things that we can think about and look for out there, and read about, and put our mind in a positive direction, and not worry about all this political stuff. Of course, we need to know who to vote for and what we want and all that. But we don't need to be saturated with negativity every day, every day, every day. So think about the things that are positive, good in your life, and reach for them. Do something fun. Enjoy your life. And I know a lot of you guys are probably saying, well, everything's kind of expensive right now. And it's getting difficult to enjoy life. It really is, because we're paying so much for gas and so much for groceries. But there's things that you can do to save money. At the grocery store, you can log on to your local store's coupon. They have it online now. Yesterday, I went shopping, you guys, and I did the online couponing. And since I have boys here, my grandson's here, they had buy two bags of cookies, get one free, $5 off a couple of bags of chips. They had all kinds of really good coupons at HEB. I saved on that coupon site for my total. I spent about $100. My coupons were $27.50 just from going there. And I was going to buy stuff anyway, so I may as well use the coupon. So that's a really good way that you can save money at the grocery store. Also, I've noticed my grocery store early in the morning, I don't know why they do this. I don't really understand, but they will put out like ground beef. So maybe they're grinding up ground beef from, a roast that didn't sell or something. I don't know how it works. Maybe you guys will, comment below if you understand how this works. Several times I've gone earlier in the morning, gone grocery shopping, and I've found ground beef for $1.99. And it's in the bigger packs, they're like 5 or 6 pound packs. That's okay with me, I can just split it. I get home, I can split it and, freeze one and use the other. So $1.99 a pound, you guys, so good. I had a coupon for $2.50 off peaches. Peaches. Hey. And also HEB does this thing where they'll say if you spend $50, we'll give you $5 off your total. I had one of those. So there's a lot of good ways to save money. And, if you get there early, maybe your store too will have some specials on their meat, because maybe I got yogurt. I didn't even know it. This yogurt was going to go out of date in like a week. We eat yogurt like crazy here, you guys. We love yogurt, and we like plain yogurt. I eat it on my food constantly. And it was $1.71 for a big thing, big old thing of yogurt, which I pay almost $4 for, so it was almost half off. So if you look, you can find some good deals. And I know we'll eat that before a week is over. So I don't know. I don't know why. Maybe they didn't rotate it out good because our HEB's busy. You wouldn't think anybody's, having any kind of money problem because that HEB is crazy all the time. We're all spending our money on food. That's for sure. Anyways, you guys, there's good ways to save your money. Hopefully y'all are utilizing it, and this will give you, things to think about. I know y'all probably already know those things already, but, coupons are good. They're really, really good. Me and my husband, we like to go to Jason's Deli, and we get that muffalata, I think it's called. We get the half one, and then we cut that one in half, and we always tell them we want to split it, and they always give us both chips and half of that sandwich. So they're huge, and it's a lot. It's good. It's very filling. And for me and him to go there and eat, it's less than $10. It's like $9. So there's ways that you can go and, go outside and grab a bite to eat or something and, not break the bank. So there's ways to do it if you're smart about it. That's just one of the places we like to go. But a lot of times there's so much food in restaurants that you can share, you can really share. I tell my husband that all the time. When we go out to eat, I said, let's just share. And he doesn't want to share with me. And then I end up bringing my food home because he doesn't want to share, But anyway, hopefully you have a husband that'll share or a friend that you can go and share lunch with or something. Lunches are a little bit small, but dinners are pretty good. All right, guys, like I said, this is just a little guidance here, a little fun, just to keep your mind off everything and keep yourself happy. There's a little guidance here from my guides when I was asking them, what should we look at and what should we talk about today? And then they told me distraction. Everybody needs a little distraction. So that's what I was doing today, distracting you guys just a little bit, so that you can get back on track to finding happier times and not be bogged down in negativity and news. But of course the best news of all would be that You know, like I said, when Trump is in jail and he can never, ever open his mouth in public and run for office or anything, that'll be the day that it's perfect. It's perfect, okay? I'm waiting for that day. Hopefully it'll come. Okay, guys, I'm still doing a lot of healing sessions. I am working on my own husband too. He is feeling better and doing well, but I don't know. He thinks he needs another surgery, and he won't get it out of his mind. You know, he needs more surgery. When I watch him, it looks like to me he's doing good. He's doing fine. And then when he talks about it, you know, very negatively. And that is so important that whatever you want in your life, whatever your intentions are, you really have to have positive viewpoints and thoughts on it. So important. And I'm trying to get that across to him, but it's really, really something hard to make him understand, you know. Some people, their viewpoints are different than others, and he completely believes in doctors and medicine. He really, really does. Even though he'll ask me for healing all the time, when I do a healing for him, he does feel better. But then he goes back to I need surgery, and then it'll start hurting again. So I don't know. I told him, are you open to this healing? Do you want it or not? You have to, you have to be open to it. If you're not open to it, you're blocking the healing, even though the healing can occur, and then you block it because you think, otherwise. So if you're looking for something to go wrong, it will. You ever notice that? If you think something's wrong, you'll find it. That's why I try not to go looking for things myself. I try to just say, I'm healthy, everything's fine, and I'm doing well. So having positive thoughts and affirmation is really, really good for your health. It really is. So all the positive affirmations that you can say and do, and any thought that's turning into negativity, and you find yourself thinking about something that's very negative, you can turn it around right away and get in the habit of doing that. Turn it around and think some good things. Especially, my husband, he's a big complainer. I mean, y'all just don't even know. I love him to death. This man is such a complainer and so negative. And it's not a wonder that he has a lot of problems, because he's a huge complainer. And I tell him all the time, I try to correct him and tell him, turn it around, be positive. Instead of thinking the negative and the worst, think the positive and say, I'm so grateful I had this shoulder surgery. I'm so grateful that my arm is healing. It's been less than a year that he had the surgery, I think it's been like 8 months or so. So he could still be healing. He could still have healing going on in there. But, whatever. Everybody's different. Everybody is different. So my goal is to make you aware that what you're saying, what you're doing, the thoughts that you're having do have an effect on your energy, on your body, has effect on everything your whole life. Your expectation has an effect on your life. It's so funny. Have you ever seen somebody in your lifetime, and I'm sure this has happened, have you ever noticed something on somebody like, I don't know, you ever notice like a varicose vein or something, and you're like, oh, this person has a varicose vein, and then pretty soon you got a varicose vein too. Has that ever happened to you? You notice something about somebody and you end up with it yourself. Maybe not immediately, but down the road, you notice that too. So you have to really watch how you're thinking and what you're thinking about. Myself, I can manifest things really quickly. Unfortunately, my husband complains. He'll say, my back hurts, or even his shoulder hurting. I've woke up and my shoulder's killing me. I'm like, stop telling me about your shoulder. Or he'll say his back is hurting. He's had several back surgeries too. And he'll say, my back is hurting till I'll be like, my back will be killing me and I can't even walk. This has happened, y'all. It's happened. So it's very, very easy to be pulled down by somebody else's thoughts and, what they're going through. You have to protect yourself. And the way to protect yourself is to contradict whatever they're saying. When they say, my back hurts, you say, my back feels really good. I'm feeling really good. I wish your back felt as good as mine. My back feels really good. So try and contradict those thoughts that are coming in from other people, or you can tell them, I don't want to hear it. I tell my husband that all the time. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. And then he gets mad at me. So I have to be careful about that. Because, your husband's one cry on your shoulder, and you better listen to him, right? Anyways, guys, that's the way you can protect yourself, with positive thoughts and positive energy. And like I said, I'm still doing healing sessions for anybody that would like one. I am beginning to see such good results with the healing sessions. If you have had healing with me and you've had good results, comment down below. If you know somebody that, you've asked me to do a healing session for, comment down below if you've had good results. Let everybody know what results that you've had. I have found out that a lot of people have blocked energy and they need a little bit more than just a healing session. So I do a healing session, and when I do a healing session, I'm not just doing a whole group for one person. I am concentrating on one person at a time. That is the truth. That's how I do it. I concentrate on one person at a time and send healing to them. But if their chakras are all unbalanced or blocked, they might not be able to utilize this healing. And I'm finding that when I take the time to go through all their chakras and find out which one is unbalanced, and there may be several, there may be more than one, and when I go through, I won't really know that much about this person. Somebody will just say, could you please send healing to my brother? His name is, Kenan. And I'll do that. I won't know what's wrong with them. But when I go through their chakras, if they've asked for a chakra balancing and I go through their chakras and I list what's all out of balance, they'll go, yeah, that's exactly what's going on with them. They'll, the things that are happening in his body, they're pinpointed by the chakras. So just know sometimes you need that. You need that little extra, balancing and grounding, and then the healing session. And that takes a lot of extra time. So I do charge for a chakra balancing, energy, any kind of energy work that I do, that it's not just of healing, I do charge for, but I don't charge a lot. I only charge $25 to do that, and then I go straight into a healing session right afterwards. So it does take my time, but I do make a small video afterwards and let you know what I found and what's going on, and hopefully they'll have a positive outcome. It will help them. It will give them some relief. Their healing will progress. So if you guys are interested in that, let me know. And I also am doing readings too, so you know that. If you'd like to get a reading with me, I have, my reading. I always video my readings. My readings last around 20 minutes, maybe a little longer, maybe a little less. Just depends on how much information comes through. It depends on how many questions that you ask. And, I try to limit people's questions to 4 in one sitting, because I might get a lot of information on 4. And a lot of times people's questions are, they're just not simple questions. They might take a lot of information to answer it. So I limit it to 4 questions, okay, for one reading. If you'd like to get a longer reading, of course, we can work on something like that if you really need that. If you need to ask more questions, I can do a longer reading, but I like to limit it to about 4 for 20 minutes or 25 minutes, something like that, 4 questions. For getting in a longer reading, of course, you can ask more. Okay, guys, look down below. There's my email. If you would like to contact me and get any services, my email is down below. Love you guys. Have a beautiful day. Enjoy the hearing today. I'm going to go now, turn it on, and start watching it. Y'all take care. Love you. Do something kind for somebody. It'll always come back to you. Bye for now.